Rishi Sunak said today that he'd make sure migration was on the agenda at the meeting of world leaders at the G7 summit. Other countries support his approach to sending migrants to third countries such as Rwanda, he said. But any success on the world stage is unlikely to have much impact on the Prime Minister's problems back home.
Happy birthday, dear Olaf.
They're doing their best to look like they're having a good time at the G7, serenading the German Chancellor on his birthday. But Rishi Sunak, potentially at his last such summit, has had to deny he's being left out in the cold. Even President Biden, sitting down with the Italian Prime Minister, was asked why he wasn't also having a meeting with the British PM.
Mr. President, are you snubbing Rishi Sunak because he's not...
Later, one was slipped into the agenda. And this Rishi Sunak will chalk up as a success, together with Giorgia Meloni getting a G7-wide approach to immigration on the agenda here for the first time.
Illegal migration is now a global emergency. More people are moving across borders than at any time in our history. We cannot stand by and watch this human tragedy unfold.
Step out of the summit venue and this stretch of Italian coast looks out onto one of the busiest migrant routes into Europe. Italy's Prime Minister, who's found that a crackdown on immigration is also easier to talk about than achieve, has found common ground with Rishi Sunak in pushing for a joint approach. Last year, we filmed these migrants being rescued on the route between Libya and Italy. The agreement today promises investment in the countries migrants are fleeing from, as well as coordinated action on smuggling gangs.
Prime Minister, how quickly will what you have agreed here on immigration make any difference to the level of illegal migration into the UK?
Obviously, these things don't happen overnight, but I said when I got this job and made my first speech on illegal migration that where the UK led, others will follow. The 18 months since then has shown that to be true. And the conversation, as I said, was very productive, so I'm confident it will make a difference.
The shadow over the Prime Minister as he leaves this stage for what could be the last time is he needs answers to the reform threat quickly. There were important international successes here on immigration and Ukraine, but they're unlikely to change his domestic fortunes. Romilly Weeks, News at 10, Italy.